call ourselves Real Neighborhood Supporters. Look at our flag right there.
Okay.
And we do a lot of events around the city, giving back to the community, and also throwing parties, because at the same time, that's also giving back to the community. Give you guys a atmosphere to get lit. And then I also help run one of my best friends growing up, a bar that we have open in the Bronx called The Last Stop.
Give that shout out. Promote that. The Last Stop, yo.
Nothing too crazy.
The best food.
Ooh, I love the shout out. Thank you.
That shit is. It's a vibe in there.
It's definitely a vibe. It's a vibe. It's better when y'all there. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a vibe.
The guys.
No.
Yeah, who on the subway? Who on the subway? All right, so let's do it the right way. It's on the last stop of the 1 train, literally 242nd Street and Broadway.
Yeah.
Last stop on the 1 train. You can't miss it. You literally get off. If you're on the other side of the street, we got a big ass sign now, so you can't miss it. If you get off and you're like, "Fuck, I want to drink," it's the last stop. You get off and you want a taco or some food, it's the last stop. If you get off and you're just trying to mingle or just chill, it's the last stop. Whatever you want to do is literally right there as soon as you get off.
And what's
the
crazy?
wings are fire, all flavors. Is fire.
The first time you told me, yo, they're gonna open the last stop, whatever. I told Nana, we in there. We was there the first day it opened.
Right, that shit was lit.
That first day was.
Every time I leave the last stop, I'm drunk.
Yo, me too.
That first day was crazy.
Yeah.
Every time we go there, we come out drunk. It's never a dual moment.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's a fact. But y'all cool though. Y'all cool, man. I really fuck with y'all. The reason why I say it's a better vibe because y'all just y'all bring the best out of me.
Aww.
Oh, that touched my heart.
Right. Question. We met when we went to interview that guy
Cadmo.
Right? We met there, or we met at one of the Velvet Ropes, or we started hanging out on Velvet Ropes.
We started hanging out.
We met there.
At the park,
right? We met there at the guy's house.
At Cadmo's house.
Yep.
I would say definitely heard of y'all before Cadmo's house, but we that was the first one-on-one introduction to you guys for sure.
Yeah, and then we saw each other again for that the playoffs, right? We were watching or some shit.
It was at Bronx Public.
No, Locksmith.
It was Locksmith. Yeah.
That you were with your basketball player friends. That they were mad tall.
I know. I'm like, why are your friends? Why are all your friends tall? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, why do we all have to? Especially you. Especially you. Like, I don't get it.
All his friends are tall as hell. Not tall, they're tall as hell.
Right, and then it'd be more than 3 of them. So it's
like 6 of them.
Did they help you out the dumpster or something? Like, pick you up. Here you go, my friend. I got you.
Yo,
I can't.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
If on or something, let us know. It's okay. We're here.
Yeah, that's been since high school. I've been a short dude, and I guess I chose the wrong sport. I didn't choose the wrong sport because I ended up playing college ball, but, as far as going out, everybody, I stick out like a sore thumb.
I'm like,
Yo, and that shit is fault to me. That has fault to me. I think I'm taller than what I am because I hang out with all these tall guys.
Your soul is taller than what you are.
Yeah, girls that are my height, I'd be like, yo, you man short, ma. And she'd be like, excuse me? You not even taller than me. And I'm like, oh shit, you're right. Let's get shoulder to shoulder.
Die.
Right, you're out of eye.
You know what's funny? that he stands in the middle of all of them, so it makes it funnier.
Yeah, it's just like, what's going on? And then we look, it's like, oh.
That was like, we met you like in 2018, right? Damn, that shit was fly.
Yeah, that shit flies, man. Like
18 or 17? I think 17. No?
It was one of the. I know it was a little bit after I came back from California, because I came back 2017, but like right before 2018 came. That's when I did the Cosmo thing with you guys. I just started this job. So definitely like 2017, 2018, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when I saw you, that everybody was like going around posting this guy up, giving his sneakers, like switching his shoes to the sneakers, I was like, oh my God, Nana, look who it is. It's Joe Brown. And she's like, let me see. Yo, that was really nice of you. And what made you do that? Like, you didn't even think about it twice.
Nah, I didn't think about it at all. It's funny because when it was going down, and my initial thought process was that somebody's gonna do it. Mm-hmm. Right? Because he was so far away on the train. He was on the other side. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, who asks for sneakers? That's such a random ask. Like, yo, anybody got anything? I'm like, what? You're not asking for change. You're not asking for food. That's for, like, shoes. So he got up to me, and I was like, I didn't even think about it. I didn't think about it like, fuck, like, should I do it or not? Just I did it, and it happened. I remember that the lady who I found out recorded it, because I didn't know she recorded it at first. She came up to me right after, and she was like, oh, God. She was like an old white lady. God bless your soul, child. I'm like.
And she was recording?
Thank you. She would record. I found that she recorded because 2 days later, it went viral. And I'm like, where the fuck did they get this video from? And I followed. Her name was Miss Kramer. I called her Miss Kramer because she's far older. She has a first name, but I feel like I shouldn't disrespect her.
Wow, yeah, man.
But she's cool, man. She posted it, and then like 2 days later. What's crazy is, though, I didn't tell nobody. Like, yo, I gave my shoes to somebody on the train. I only told my mom, and like my mom, the only thing I got from it was like my mom made like my favorite dish that night. Like, oh, está mi niño. Ay, ¿qué tú quieres comer? Ay, concha, ay, muy orgulloso de ti. Te amo. And I'm like, Dad, let's go. Let me get that chicharrón de pollo that you always be making. Let's go.
Because let me take advantage of this.
And that was it. And then after, the rest is history. You know, I got to meet a bunch of my idols, as far as like freaking DJ Clue. Freaking,
Did you meet DJ Clue when you were interviewed by Angie Martinez?
No, I did not. Not at first. She had me coming in, like, because she had her own project on the side that she wanted me to get part of. Mm-hmm. And so I was coming in on like weekly basis, like once a week. And she would be like, hey, come in, you know, we want to do this and that. And like he was in there, and like me and him talked for like an hour, I want to say. And he put me on to so much game as far as like, you know, giving back to the community, striving for greatness, like telling me his story. And I thought it was the best connection that I made with someone who's up there. Like Angie Martinez, I love her. She's one of my idols, and she's so down to earth. But DJ Clue brought it to another level. Like he was telling me about like his mom and like her battles and like with cancer and whatnot, and like how it pushed him.
Wow.
Yeah, it got like, I was like, damn, son.
Opened up to you, but you know that's weird when like that means that he felt like that good energy for him to open all the way up like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, you do have good energy, like who does that? Like, I don't think if you would have ever done that to the man, to the homeless person, nobody would have done that. He would have still be walking around barefooted.
That's the shoes.
Yeah, and it was raining that day. I would have been tight. Like, damn, I got no shoes. It's raining. Like, you know what I mean? It's soggy.
When people were showing me that video and sending me that video, I was like, yeah, I know. I have to brag a little bit.
Well, you can keep that one. Be like, yo, you don't know this nigga? Yo, put you on game real quick, like.
Right, because that was fire, you know, like you don't see that often.
Yeah.
And then it was like, and then you started seeing people giving their shirts and stuff on the train, and people donating their stuff. But then people just started doing it just cause, like, oh, record me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's OD. Yeah, that's the right word. I'm happy that people around me got the gist. That they would hit me up. They was like, "Yo, Joel, that was crazy that you did that. Like, you made me want to start doing that." And like they went out and like they did it. You know what I mean? They either donated clothes to like a Salvation Army or they bought food for like the homeless. They didn't record it. They just did it because they saw someone that they knew did it, and they thought like, "Wow, if Joel can do it, I can do it, and it's possible." And that's like my favorite part about it. The people that started recording it after I saw, I was like, you know, it is what it is. It's all in good nature. Still do it for clout, but whatever. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I think that speaks to a deeper rooted issue in individuals. Like, why don't we give back, even if it's like the littlest of things, as far as like shoes, you know, or food, or you know, any little thing that someone might need.
Mm-hmm.
She's coughing, y'all. She coughing.
Coronavirus.
Corona. I don't got that shit. Cause you know, smoking.
Yeah. So who reached to Angie Martinez with the video, and was she like randomly like, yo, let me interview him, I want him here?
Nah, man. At first it was forgot her name. You guys would know. It's she works with Angie. She's right under her.
Honey German.
There you go. And so she showed her the video, of course, and Angie loved it. But shout out to my boy Austin. We went to college together. His senior year was my like sophomore year, right? And I had transferred in. He worked for iHeartMedia, so he was in contact with Angie at all times. So him just happened to know me, was like he knew someone that had my number, so he easily reached out, got my number, and then called me up like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And then while all this is going down, the next day we opening up the last stop. I'm in the last stop cleaning up, doing the final touches, and they're like, "Yo, we want you to come in for an interview right now." And I'm like this is how good of a friend I am. I was about to turn it down because I'm like, "Yo, we opening the next day," you know? So I was like, my boy Pudge, but y'all know, he's like, "Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Like, go right now." And so I was like, all right, whatever. I went home, threw on a good shirt, and I did.
Time out. So you knew that it was Angie Martinez that wanted to interview you. You were gonna say no?
Yo, it's because honestly, it was so much work that needed to
about to come at you.
Right.
No, I love Angie. And we still in contact to this day. She's a fucking amazing human being.
We heard.
But like, yo, when I tell you the work that needed to be done at the last stop, like to open up the next day, was on another level. So I was like, my mind was everywhere, and he clearly just said, "What are you talking about? Like, go." So I went, and thank God I did. Honestly,
right.
Had fun.
Towards the end, I know that she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you to HR downstairs so you can get an interview." What exactly happened there? Like, did she get you an interview?
Yeah,
it was the 411, boy.
I'm giving out a drop right now. So she ended up getting me the interview, but it took a lot longer than like how she said it. This right here after this, boom, boom. The lady who's the director, her name is Thea Mitchell. And so she runs everything. Essentially, she's super busy. So that day she couldn't see me. And I'm talking about like, she couldn't see me for like another 2 months. That's how busy this lady is. And I ended up getting the interview after lots of emails of going back and forth to saying, hey, can I do this day? Can I do this day? Mind you, I just started another job, so I'm just like, yeah, fuck this job. I could go whenever you guys need me to. And I ended up getting it. And I met with Thea. She was super cool. Surprisingly, you would have thought she was like one of the most strict human beings in the world. Like, oh, you're like pruny. I don't like you. She was the opposite of that. So she's cool. I told her that I read Charlamagne's book. Thank God I read Charlamagne's book. I'll show you that shit right now. Black Privilege.
I got both books.
You got both books?
Yeah. I have Angie Martinez book too.
I read Charlamagne's book too.
Charlamagne's book is fire. It's right here.
The first one.
Yeah. That one is really good. Like if you try to get into the industry, is good. That one.
Yeah.
Because the second one is more about mental health.
This one definitely really good about getting into the industry, and thank God I read it, because I was like pointing it out in the interview, and she was like, "Wow, you remind me of myself when I was trying." I was like, "Yeah, you know when you get inside the interview, and you say some nice shit, but you just gotta be like,
yeah,
yeah, I do. Say less, man. Say less." But yeah, so she ended up giving me like a night gig in the station, but like not any of the big shows. And I stood there for a little while. And not until recently I stopped going, but I'm still in contact with those people. And it was amazing that opportunity came from just giving me the shoes. You know what I mean? And like, I love radio. I love what you guys are doing. Like,
thank you.
I don't know if Rena remembers this, but like, I remember I started my podcast with my friends called Brothers from Other Mothers. And I don't know if it was at Locksmith or it was at Bronx Public. I was like a fan at that time. I was a huge fanboy. And I was like asking you bad questions. Huh?
Of us?
Yeah, I was like, yo, like,
I don't know if it was that. I don't remember Bronx Public, but I remember Locks Midnight, but I don't really remember.
I just remember having a conversation with you by the bar and like me asking you 1,000 questions. And I'm just like, at this point, I don't care. Like, I love what y'all doing. And I'm like, I need to know, just ask all the questions I possibly can. And you were like so upfront, like keeping it real with me. Like, you got to show support to like other people. You got to be out and around, like, showing face, and then your creativity and your content has to be consistent. Like, those were the things that I took away with what you given me, and like what I wanted to implement with my own podcast, which didn't turn out all that well. But
yeah, what happened to your podcast?
It just, we had a lot of voices. We had a lot of voices that when you have too many people to try to be cohesive, it's harder, to get everyone together and on the same page than it is like 3 people, or 4 people. We had 6.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was a lot.
You know that you guys could do like if the person can't make it, you can always call the person, just plug it into whatever audio or whatever you guys were using.
Nah, we didn't know that at the time. It was pretty much you come, you record, and you made it. You made it onto that episode. If not, and people would get tight. So it was like, it was good while it lasted. We had great content at the time, but something hopefully maybe we could bring back up.
Yeah, you definitely can. That could be like a hobby, and who knows what happens after.
Right.
It could be the next Gimmie the Juice.
Right. Well, y'all in quarantine right now, so y'all can make it work.
Yeah, that's true. This quarantine life is bizarre, man.
But I can't relate. But why yeah, because I go to work still.
Essential worker.
Yeah, but don't you like see the difference like outside?
No, I actually do see the difference, but I'm saying like being at home. That's why I say I can't relate at being at home. But yes, the trains, the subways is crazy. You see the fiends are out. You see a lot of homeless people now, like young people as well, sleeping on the trains, in the carts. Like, it's crazy. The trains are all fucked up. They say holidays, but I think it's worse than holidays. Like, it's just too much. Like, and at work, it's like I'm okay because we're not really seeing patients, but still patients come in, and I'm still riding the subway and stuff. So
like this is something that's gonna be part of history, that we went through 9/11, that we're going through this. So it's a lot.
They saying that it's gonna happen again around the winter time, that it's gonna get worse.
If they don't come up with like a vaccine, yeah.
But they said that I seen something that they had the vaccine before. Like, they had it. I seen something about 2012, I think it was. So it's crazy.
This is all crazy. I know that you had Joelle, you had asked me to be part of one of your events, the Women's Appreciation brunch, and it had to be canceled. What was that going to be about?
Essentially, we wanted to bring women together to celebrate the women in their community and give them an example and like use it as motivation, right? It was gonna consist of a panel of women, and you were going to moderate or mediate, sorry, the panel. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I didn't think of you right away, but it was like, come on, Joelle. She's perfect for this. And then I was gonna have 3 other women who would do a lot within the community in different aspects. There's a lady that she goes by Bethany, who she's an entrepreneur. She does things from holding her own events and providing her own cosmetic line. She also does stuff as far as Photoshop and makes flyers and does stuff like that. Her story is far beyond of just like being an entrepreneur. She's also young. There's a big difference between being an entrepreneur in your 40s and 30s than being an entrepreneur in your 20s. So I thought that was her appeal. I thought she could have came and she could have spoken to that that field of people that want to go ahead and start their own business. Then we would have had one of my friends, Jody Kuar. She's a teacher right now, and she's in this, so that would have provided that aspect. Like, all right, she's not even Black, Hispanic, she's Indian. So we could have had that field, and just somebody that works in the DOE and like knows the ins and outs of like working and raising the children of this community, because she does work right here in the Bronx. Mm-hmm. And her mind is just, I don't like to stay. I hope she's not watching. I hope she doesn't hear this. She can get cocky, but she's one of the smartest people that I know. Intellectually, she just knows so much. So having her there would have been dope. And then I would have a former neighbor of mine. Her name is Suddy. She does a lot of work as far as Native Indian activism. So she's an Indian of, I think, to tape. I don't want to get.
I think I met them.
You met them? All of them?
I think I met 2 of them. 2 of your friends, 2 of your Indian female friends at the last stop. We were smoking.
I would not doubt that whatsoever.
Yeah, it was 2 of them, and I think it was 2 other guys, and we was outside. I know me and you came out, and then they came out, and we were out there smoking.
It's probably it could have been definitely Jody, because her brother is my best friend. And then Suddy, she does live around the area.
So. That's why I was like, that's why I said that. But like, wait, I think I know. I met them. Yeah.
They all good people. They all good people. Yeah. And have so much to discuss. So much. Suddy, she does so much work as far as like, she's going for her master's right now at NYU. She's constant work in Milwaukee and Wyoming because there's a lot of Native Indians over there. And she works hand in hand with the police department. So as far as like activism, she would cover that.
And that's great.
That's interesting because we know a lot about where she coming from. So really
but that the knowledge and information that she has in her brain, when she's able to like let out, like I'm chilling with her, it's like, wow, that's fucked up. And then the things that she decides to implement within these communities definitely works. And that's kind of why I wanted her on the panel. And it would have been that, and it would have been a brunch. So it's like free sangria, free all that. Like, let's fucking go. It's
right. Lit. I mean, let's do it when the quarantine is done.
I was for sure. Outfit and all that. I'm like, yeah. Why not?
So I was so tired. This thing ruined everything.
Everything.
It ruined everything. I had so many plans.
So tell us a little bit about what do you do with the community?
Okay. I can tell you what exactly is that we do. So it all started with an idea, me and my friends from college. And we were just like, yo, we went to a majority white college. And we're like, yo, we all from the hood, my nigga. Like, let's go back and do something. So we did that. And it started out with food drives. It started out with clothing drives. And we're trying to, kick it up a notch with starting scholarships for kids in the cities to go to college. Essentially, that's what it is as far as like community-based. We want to just give back. Me and my friend Kareem, our high school coach, taught us at a young age, like, yo, no matter where you are, no matter where you go, how far you go, make sure you give back. Like, that's the most important thing. So we always knew we wanted to do that. I was just happy that we had friends willing to get down on that. So we've done events as far as like Lead with Love, which was we did it twice in December, and it was like a clothing drive, and it was also like a network for nonprofit organizations, but also providing what's the word that I'm looking for? We're providing outlets or different sort of things. We had like a tutoring nonprofit. We had a college bridge cafe where it's like they recruit students to come into this cafe and like start their college process. We had DWH, is Dominican Women's Health, where they came in and they doing HIV and /AIDS testing. So we were giving people a lot of opportunity to see different aspects. Yeah, they couldn't just walk down the block. This was also held in a shelter. So that helped, like, that was a family shelter. So all those families within that shelter, we decided to help. And we try to focus on shelters because at the end of the day, those are the people that really need it the most. We've done backpack drives to help kids or families that can't afford to give all their kids the supplies they need for the upcoming school year. We work hand in hand with the police department.
You guys do it at the last stop, right? Like around that area? Or you guys do it in different places?
We do it all, I want to say all around. We've been, for the most part, within the Bronx and like uptown Manhattan, like the Heights area. We're trying to extend, of course, but with each event, we're branching out. We're reaching people from Brooklyn. We're reaching people in Jersey to PA, like, and it's like it's becoming a culture shock for other people to get.
And you have the connects too, because I seen Angie Martinez recorded something about you giving to.
Yeah.
So that's a plus.
So So I have a question. So what are you doing now for the community for the pandemic that's going on?
So we had a couple things in mind. Hold on, let me look at the list because we just had a meeting this past Saturday, and we had a few ideas. Everything, of course, is gonna be virtually. As I pull up this list, just want to let you guys.
Because it's a lot. Like I see that the government, when you sign up, they give you like these little snacks or I don't know if it's lunches, and you gotta sign up. I guess you gotta sign up every day, but it's just like that's a lot.
But they go to the schools. It's just people don't want to be coming out, but the schools are open and they're giving out free meals.
Yeah, I get that, but not everybody, have masks and.
No, that's what I said. That a lot of people are not gonna come out because of stuff like that. But there's a lot of help going on right now. It's just it depends, like if you want to go out or not. Like people would be willing to receive it, like if you deliver it, but for you to come out, it's a little difficult, especially with kids. Like you don't want to put kids into the streets, into the outbreak.
Yeah, this is different. We came up with a few ideas as far as online fitness class, online cooking, to help with families. Like as far as like we want people to feel like that sense of community. So we were gonna do like a Zoom like this and just have like a whole community on Zoom. Because, you can have 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
Their cooking or fitness class with like more than 100 people, give people that sense of community. We're debating on doing a word of the day challenge to keep people engaged with like, reading. And every time you see that word, we want you to tag it online and tag us. Make sure that your people can get bored during these times. So, one of my favorites was online remedies. So that's like sort of like cooking, but instead remedies. That makes sense.
Yes.
Everybody. My favorite remedy is the onion.
Is what?
The onion way.
Cut the tips of the onion. You throw that bad boy anywhere you want, and you valid. Tutoring online. Pretty much the tutoring nonprofit organization that I worked with Lee Would Love. She told me that she's down to do online tutoring, so we were just going to extend that connection to families. Her organization is called Tutor the Bronx. She goes by Tanisha. If you want to follow her, she does have Instagram as a platform. And she told me that she's not just working in the Bronx just because it's online, that she's able to provide as many tutors as possible because of like how many people she has working on there. We were even gonna go crazy. This was a huge debate because the times that we live in, we're not supposed to go outside. Help the homeless, like go outside and like give them the things that they need as far as like hand sanitizer, masks, gloves, just stuff to stay clean. Like just make sure if you're infected, protect yourself. If you're not, still protect yourself and protect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the craziest one, that one was a debate. That one was a crazy debate. Help Mother's Day 5K. I don't know how we was gonna do that one, but
wow.
Exactly. There's an online Mother's Day 5K, and that was crazy. I don't know how that was gonna happen, but that was that.
You guys have a lot going on. These are all free?
Yeah, for sure. Everything that we do is free if it's not a party.
That's good.
Parties are free sometimes, honestly.
Right.
That's good because everything that you're doing right now, there's good karma. You're gonna get all that back.
Yeah,
a lot of people like that out here.
Facts.
I hope so, man. I really do.
You will.
You will. We got a good heart.
Yes, you do have a good heart. Like, it's hard to come across people like you.
Yep.
And your friends too, they all chill and cool too. Like they welcomed us. Yo, the first day we went to the last stop, I mentioned you, and he gave us come on,
free shots.
Huh?
Free shots.
He gave us free shots, yeah.
That's love. That's love.
He gave us free shots, and ever since then, like ever since that, he always gives us free shot, at least one free shot.
That's love. That's love.
Shout out to
even though you be trying to get us drunk on the low. My juice, it's soda, right?
And them yo always try to get us lit.
Yeah, talking about what you say you want a shot. I'm like, no, nigga. He be like, oh, you say you want a shot for you, Rena, me. All right, we're gonna take shots. I'm like, yo, yeah, what? No, I'm not coming to the last stop. I'm not coming to the last stop. Every time I come to the last stop, I'm drunk.
Oh, you're my friend over here.
Rena, this is Rena's favorite line. I'm not drinking today. If I do drink, I'm gonna have like a beer. I get to Rena and the bitch be on her fourth beer or drink or something. I'm like, what happened to her drinking? Like, and then she wanna play catch up. I'm like, no, like 2 drinks, I'm already,
I be lit.
We be lit.
Y'all do be lit, but that's why I fuck with y'all. That's why I fuck with y'all. Y'all be the perfect amount of lit.
Oh my God.
Like my body can't handle all that liquor anymore. So it's like I can't do it anymore. Like I don't get drunk to the point that I'm like nauseous or anything. Cause I know my limit. Like once I feel too nice, I already stop. Like I be like, nah, let me get some water. But we do be lit, like we be lit.
And then when I tell her she's lit, she be like, no, she not. And she be drunk. I'm like, you see? You don't listen.
And you know what's crazy about that spot the last time? I know we keep talking about it, but what amazes me is that
it's a fucking amazing spot, man.
And under a bar, that shit just got packed out of nowhere. Like that's the new Locksmith.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna compare it to Locksmith because it's 2 different vibes, but it's like a really good vibe. If Locksmith is dead, everybody goes to the last stop. If the last stop, is like good, everybody gets along. It's like good vibes.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
I never seen a fight, nothing.
I've seen a fight, but not inside though. Outside.
Yeah, but I'm saying things got nothing inside.
Yeah. Nah, it's when you say compared to Locksmith, I think of that as a compliment because, like, if you think about, and I played basketball growing up, so I use a lot of basketball metaphors, right? if you think about all the greats that have come by, right, and then we talk about great bars, Locksmith is a great bar. I've been there so many times. And I've had a great time. And I'm just like, yo, this shit is lit. Like, you lit. And you just like, yo, this shit is lit.
Lit. Like lit. Like,
what the fuck?
I'm lit. This shit is lit.
Exactly. That pause. Hey, yo, now hold up, stop everything. This shit is bumping right now. Right? So I've been there in that moment with Locksmith. So I was like, when we opened up, I had no hesitation to say, yo, this is our bar right here. This is where we have to achieve at a certain point, and then do our own thing at the same time, because you don't want to be known as the copycat, but at the end of the day, you still have to take something from that bar. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm saying I'm not saying it's the same thing, because I'm just saying that the vibes, good vibes. Like Locksmith, good vibe. The last stop, good vibe. So it's like different environment, but it's like, we have a good time.
Yo, pass that.
Puff.
So it's like I love
it. Just know after we hang up, I'm gonna smoke.
All right.
Just know that I have my half of the weed on once of a day.
She probably took like 2 pools.
No, I took more than 2 pools on Monday. But when I tell you I got so high that Chabeli was like, "You're talking slow motion," and I was like, that's how high people act. I was like, "No." She's like, "You're talking slow motion." Like, I don't understand. I was super high.
That's hilarious.
Yo, when Rena's high, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Because she's like, it's slow. Like, everything is slow for her. I'm like, yo, where you at? You took shrooms? Like, and you ain't share? Like, what's going on?
Be so
and she's like, nah, I feel like I'm floating. I'm like, damn, I don't even know how that
feels.
don't
happen to me. What's going on?
You know what it is?
I don't know how that feels.
I don't smoke on some daily thing. Like, I'm a rare smoker. So I could smoke like once a year and I'm good. So when I smoke, I get super high with 2 puffs. So it'd be like, Nana be like, "You whack." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm high right now." Like, you want me to get
Nah. She'd be like, all right, this is her, right? She'd be like, "Yo, Nana, I want to smoke." I'm like, all right, you know, I'll come prepared. I come prepared. You feel me? So I get there and she starts hesitating, like, kind of don't want to smoke anymore. I'm like, bitch, you smoking. Like, the fuck? So now she want to take like 2 pools, and I'm like, we're not doing this. And she now she want to take a pool and start laughing, like, oh, so now you want to inhale this shit. Now you want to inhale this shit, like, and then you see her, she be like, what? Laughing. And just want to smoke and laugh. I'm like, stop laughing, smoke.
I'm dead.
Yo,
you're gonna get stupid, like.
I envy that though.
My eyes be chinky like regular. You gotta see me high. I'll be like, let me not go there, but like an Asian person, I'll be like.
That shit is funny. It's funny.
Say less. I gotta smoke up with y'all, man, when all this is done.
Facts. Yeah. It's not like you haven't smoked before. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a fact.
But what other things do you have in mind? Like, what else besides giving to the community? What else do you have in mind?
Well, you know, our goal that I used to have back here, I had to take our schedule down. I took a picture of it, but our goal is to provide constant litness throughout the summer and into December. We're still gonna try to aim for July as far as like having a pool party. My boy,
pools are closed, buddy. I'm sorry to break the news for you.
Yeah, now.
Like in the house,
Yeah, in the house.
Okay.
If quarantine is over.
Yeah, that's the huge hope. That's a huge hope. Even though fucking around, man. Listen, this is my logic. All right, check it out. I take this quarantine stuff very serious. I take this quarantine stuff very serious, but I think you also have to do some math when it comes to it, right? If you have it, right, you should know you have it within 2 weeks, correct?
Huh? Maybe,
right.
Yeah.
Right, to that little window. All right, check it out. So if
but
I don't
go out. But you can be a carrier and not have no symptoms.
Yeah, but you would know that you have it. Like something would happen.
Wouldn't.
No,
so you can have it and then just die.
No, but some people don't get symptoms and they have it.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you would have no symptoms show up until 7 to 14 days. That's what they say. Right? And then you start getting like really sick or maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks. But at some point you start getting sick.
Maybe with
I'm saying,
cold.
Right? Mm-hmm. Let's just say you've been in the crib for a whole month and you haven't came in contact with nobody other than the people that have been in there, right? And it's only 2 of you guys. Mm-hmm. You guys and I haven't been out anywhere other than to get a couple groceries, and like I've been taking care of myself. But like I'm gonna be like, yo, pull up to my crib. You haven't touched nobody in a month. Are you valid? Like, you know. So that's my thing. I know social distancing is the thing, but it's like, yo, you haven't touched nobody in a month. I haven't touched nobody in a month. We could all get together and turn the fuck up one time, and then everybody goes back into quarantine. Don't touch nobody for another 3 weeks, and then Because you probably, if you did catch it, you try to.
Have you watched the news?
But have you not seen people doing the gathering and getting in
they
trouble?
get arrested?
What you mean?
Like there was a gathering on Monday. Not a lot of people. It was like 14 people, and they all got arrested.
In the barber shop?
They were having like a weed party.
They got arrested?
Yeah, it came out. It was like
oh shit.
4 girls and then the rest were guys.
I did not know that.
Oh, I don't know, but yeah, there was some shit that there was like in a barbershop or downstairs of the barbershop. They had a little party, a little get together and shit, and the cops ran up in there and everybody got locked up.
Yo, that's beastie.
So it's not.
It's just taking care of everyone, but you're gonna see us in channel in the news and everything coming out from that pool party.
I'm like, Joel, it's your fault, Joel. It's your fault.
We was trying, man.
It's gonna be okay.
You ain't seen somebody in 2 months? All right, pull up. You valid.
This is scary, but we're gonna get through it. So.
Yeah, I hope so. You know.
I'm tired of wearing masks. That shit is annoying as hell. I be sweating.
Oh, dear. You could low-key smell your breath on that. I can smell my breath on that.
Yes.
And I'm just like,
that shit, when you breathing hard, the shit get musty and shit, you be like, yo, come on, I don't got time for this.
Nope. Yeah. And I be sweating. One time I came home, and it was like a wet spot. Like, I was carrying like 18 bags of groceries. I was like, And that shit was just, I was like, what the fuck? Did I drool on my shit? I was like, nah, I couldn't have drooled.
My friend is like, hey, you don't wear glasses because she wear glasses, and my sister would be mad. So she'd be like, I can't see.
Yo, I tried that. I had that with my glasses, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this.
Oh, word. Now I wear glasses, too. Yo. I'm like, dead. And I sweat like around here, my nose. I sweat.
Yeah, you sweat more, and then you put your glasses, they falling down as well. You be like, nah, like,
listen, I was watching.
The corner of your ears start hurting because of shit. It's like, yo,
the news yesterday, and they were saying that if you sweat it, you gotta wash it. You can't leave it like that.
What you mean?
Wash what? The cloth? That's gonna fall apart and catch man lint? No.
That's what they say. I watched it with like old school. With my hands.
I got a spray. I just spray. I disinfect it.
You can do that too with the.
I got a cloth one that one of the doctors had gave me, so I'm using that. But I gotta get another one for my job. Because that shit is crazy. They're not giving us no mask.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
They give us the bum ass mask, and I'm not. This shit is not protecting us. Y'all need to give us the N95s and the fucking shit to put on and have the glass on in the front desk and all that. But I don't know.
Asking me your famous question.
My famous question is. If like there's one thing in the world, huh?
I look mad white.
Yeah, you do. That's why I was laughing earlier. I'm like, yo, she
like, you know the mascara that
vitamin D girl.
You know the mascara that girls be wearing? That's like they look mad white, and then another. That's how I look.
Yeah, you need a vitamin D, girl.
Mhm.
Yeah, go to your roof. I went to my roof the other day.
I wish. So go ahead and answer your question.
If there's one thing in the world, what would if there's one thing in the world that you can change, what would it be and why?
Oh shit, that's tough. That is tough. Fuck. There's one thing in the world. Wow, you're gonna drop that on me like that? No, like. Yo, Joel, they're gonna ask you this. Make sure you prepared, type shit. Nah,
we don't prepare anybody for this.
Damn.
They don't tell you that when you go to the radio station.
Nah, you're right. I'm just like, damn, that's a.
All right, so why we gotta be different?
That's a lot. That's a big one. Because I have so much that I care for. There's so much that I care for.
Just say one thing out of all of that. Just one thing.
I'm gonna try to choose one thing that would fix everything. If I really had to what was the question here? Wish for one thing?
No, what would be one thing that you would change in the world and why?
Yeah, what would be one thing I would change? Fuck. I would want to change all the greed in the world, as far as I want to just provide. I wish that there was world peace, because with world peace, you can see bigger picture. And I'm huge on bigger picture. Like, I think if you're not thinking bigger picture, you're thinking about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's bigger entities, like not just yourself, but like bigger people, like governments, stuff like that, would not think about themselves and just think about the bigger picture, like that we all live in.
It would be a better place.
It'd just be a tremendously better place, as far as like, I wouldn't have to stress, my neighbor wouldn't have to stress, and like it's just that domino effect that everybody's gonna feel it. So in every aspect, and then also with like the environment, because I fucking love the planet Earth, and that's like one of my biggest things. I did a whole bunch of environmental science work while I was living out in California, and like we don't appreciate our Earth as far as like a whole, and like it's crazy that it's even up for debate. Like, like, should we go green? Like, nah, we can't go green just yet. Like, let's wait. Like, my goal is to drive a Prius because it's that much better for the environment. So that stuff would also get fixed. And yeah, that's what I would change, honestly. Is
that response.
That's a good answer. Yeah, I like that answer. I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. That's a unique one too. We haven't heard that one.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So the last thing I'm gonna ask you before we end this, you've been doing lives. What is that about on Instagram?
I mean, it's like just to provide. Like, I'm a very social person, and I do a lot. Like, as far as like I talk about anything and everything. So from sports to when you lit and you just bullshitting, to politics, to activism, stuff like that. So I'm just like, I gotta be myself. I need to talk to the masses. I need to be with people. So at nighttime, Friday, Saturdays, your boys posted up on the live, and I'm getting lit. Pull up, we're gonna chit chat, we're gonna talk, and I got my drink with me. We Gucci. After certain events like the documentary, or I gotta start saying that word right. Documentary? No. Documentary. Yeah, I fucked you up, lady.
Documentary. Documentary.
Yes. Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah. So my peoples that I engage with sports conversation, I'm like, pull up, we're on the live. Let's just talk about it. And it's also a good way to just check in with people too at the same time. Like, it's easy to say I'm a just text this person, but it's like not really gonna text them. If you want to know what they're up to, get on the live and just talk like regular conversation. And then like having my family on the live, let people know that like, oye, mi gente, ¿cómo está por allá? Todo bien. Ay, hombre, pues aquí estamos. No sé, pero vamos a ver. You shit like that.
Right. So why don't you do that with the podcast too?
Right.
Go live like how I'm live right now, and then you just talk whatever you want to talk, and then record it into.
Hey, look, check it out. I'm here with you. I got my shit right here.
Oh.
See?
Are you prepared?
Come on, man. I'm about this life. It's just, I guess,
so then get
the engine running.
Right. So start it out.
Your friends. They're not doing anything. They're home.
Facts. That's a fact.
You get on live.
The time is now. This is the time.
Right. Get on your live and then have them talking and record them. Look, I got mad people right now on live watching.
Yo, what up?
I had your friends. They were all laughing when we were saying about you being the short one. So you could do that. You can start by yourself and see how that goes, and then whoever wants to join, like your friends that were part of it, can join.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I think that's the most important thing.
You're gonna get a lot of male listeners because you're talking about what they like. everything they like. I mean, I would listen too. Nana would listen too.
Facts. And I will share.
Check in this Sunday then.
All right.
I will be on live after 11 o'clock.
Okay, I was gonna ask you do it after the documentary.
Yeah, right after.
After 11 o'clock, all right. I don't know if I'm gonna be up, but I'll let you know.
Yeah, the documentary is from 9 to 11. I be tweeting my ass away. I be having so many people from Twitter talking shit back to me, but there's a lot of people like they think it's weird that a female likes sport. Like, why is that weird?
That's so 1950s.
Right.
Right.
Like
discrimination.
And then they question me about basketball. Like, why are you questioning me? They like, oh, you only like it because they're cute. I'm like, no. The hell?
What? No one did not say that. Someone did not have the audacity to say that.
Oh, yes, they did. Because they're cute. Oh, because I like the guys. I'm like, no, I enjoy watching people play basketball, NBA, any basketball. It's just I can't play basketball, but I can watch.
Yeah. That's one of the best sport ever.
Yeah, I like that.
Not gonna lie to you, I did have one girl in college tell me that she only watches football because of the tight pants. I was like, wow. And I'm telling you, I turned up. We used to go to tailgates and all that, and she's like, yeah, I only go for the tight pants. I was like, what? That? She's like, yeah, that shit nice. I was like, wow. Now I know.
That's crazy. But not all females are like that.
No, not.
Yeah, I know for a fact. I have my fair share of friends that we all have a little circle, and there's more than like one girl, and then she's whooping all our ass. I'm like, fuck.
Well, I just want to say thank you for accepting our invite. I know we took long to interview you, but it was coming. It was coming.
Nah.
And we here.
Right. We keep the word. As soon as I was like, yo, we can record from Zoom, I had you in mind, and I DM'd you, and I told you.
Yeah. That was dope, man. When you reached out to me, I was like, oh, man. Like a fanboy in me. I was like, oh, man.
He said, finally.
Oh, man. Mama, what should I wear?
I find it so weird. Like, people be like, I'm a fan. I'm like, what?
Yo, y'all doing wavy stuff, yo,
like,
honestly.
Yeah, they be gassing us. They just want to see us blush.
That's also good, too. Why not, you know?
Yeah, it's facts.
Two beautiful women, man, that are just rocking the game right now, son. And
Thank you. Appreciate
I love it from afar, you know?
Facts.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm definitely honored to be on this and be a part of this, you know, brand that y'all made. And when it's all said and done, I'm gonna tell my kids, I was like, yo, yeah, your pops, he got interviewed on that show before, like. All right?
Yeah, I can't.
That's lit.
Let's believe that. I'm gonna pour up one more.
And what's crazier is that we have a lot of male fans.
Yeah.
A lot of guy fans. So it's like a little, I would have thought it would be more women, but I don't mind because it's love at the end of the day.
Right.
Word. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't mad at it.
Word.
Look at Rena throwing it back and shit. You about to get drunk?
Me?
No, Rena.
Rena get lit. What's today? Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday. Look.
That's how I start at the bars. I'll be like, woo, cheers. And then I'll be like, I thought you said you was going to drink.
Right.
Next thing you know, she's like,
she'll be like, another one, you want to take a shot? I'm like, no.
I'll be like, last one. Nana.
Yeah. All right, after this, all right, we can leave. Oh, shit.
Nana be like that. Nana be like, oh, no. She'd be like, after this, we're going to leave. But then they play her jazz. She'd be like, oh, shit, this is my shit. Yo, you gotta be there when we get lit, but you can't be too lit so you can see how we act when we lit.
No, nah, I be look, this how it goes. Right? I come in, I have like a drink, right? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go outside smoke. Then she pressing me because she already lit. She's like, why you taking that long? I'm like, yo, I didn't even.
Because sometimes
I was gone for like 5 minutes.
I be by myself sometimes.
That's a fact. You know why though? Because now I go out to smoke.
She be missing me. Because even when she be with people that she knows, she be like, where you at? Why you taking so long? I'm like, yo, all right, Mom.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that like live and direct.
You see? I be like, damn, Mom. Like,
but when she asking you, she like asking for another drink too, right? Coming right behind you, like, where you been at? All right, it's right, all right, right here.
Right? Like, yo, I got you a drink. Like, trying to get me drunk. Are you trying to take me home?
Yeah, it's funny,
man.
Having
fun. I can't
wait. Yeah.
Yo, that's a question actually. I want to ask y'all. What's the first thing y'all gonna do when y'all like get that okay goal? Like, yo, we got the vaccine. Everybody can go outside. Fuck social distancing. What's the first thing y'all gonna do?
First, I'm not gonna go out right away because I'm trying to see if people.
That's what I'm saying. You got the vaccine.
But then if I see that, if they do have the vaccine, I'm gonna go get it. And then I don't know.
First thing.
I need to go happen.
First thing, after I see if the people are not dying after the vaccine, I'm going to wherever, to a bar, something, taking a shot. I'm being social. Okay?
Yeah, I'm being super social. Everybody getting one of these. Those pounds, you bring it in. Everybody get, yo, what's good, my nigga? Love you.
I'm gonna wear the shirt. Free hugs.
All right. Good. Yo, you good? Yo, we made it, my nigga. Remember that. We made
it. Right.
All right. Holla at you.
Right.
I don't want to get too drunk because I want to enjoy the night. If I get too drunk, then it's over.
That's not true. That's not true because we get lit, and I don't know. But we always end up randomly somewhere and back when the sun is out, like, hey, all right, I'm going to sleep.
I don't know how my body still does it. Even my sister who's 22, she'd be like, you're 32. How can you still party like that? You're such a party animal. I'm like, we both been partying since I don't know what age. So it's not like. And
well, let me get you.
We don't
16?
Huh?
16? 14.
Yeah, something like that.
Like our family.
This is not like that.
Our family had like little gatherings, always like parties and loud music. So we come from that, like drinking, family. We do shit like that. So it's like we grew up with like, ay, la música, oh, it's weekend,
Let's go.
So it's like, I don't know.
Right. And not only that, like I don't go out as much because it's like when I was younger, it was like Friday to Sunday party. It's like, bro, my mom used to be like, I don't understand. Like,
yeah,
how many parties do y'all go to on the weekend? Like,
yeah.
Is it every day, every weekend? And be like, yeah, just one day we here with my Bronx friends, the other way we in the Heights, we in Harlem.
And
like we in Dykeman, you just chill, different crowds.
Right.
Let me be.
Nah, I totally feel that. I feel like I've been partying since like I was like in 7th grade. I feel like, and it's just been something that you do.
And if you with the right crowd, it's even better. It's even better. Like
yeah, definitely the right crowd for sure.
Yeah,
good time.
And even just us two. Like if us two go out by ourselves, we still having a blast.
Yep.
Facts. I'm just saying, if I'm out dolo, I got a few drinks in me, I could make a best friend that night. I think I made best friends that night. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, what's good, Rick? My nigga right here. Nobody.
I might find me a sugar something.
Yo, I don't know, but the first day I just want to have fun. I want to see my friends. I want to see my cousins. I want to see.
Yeah.
Be there and just have a good time. Like,
you know what every man wants to see the first day he comes out.
What?
This is barber.
Yeah.
It's gonna be flooded. Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm not. If we go back on a Tuesday, I'm taking off Monday. I'm seeing my mom on Monday. Like, yo, amigo, vamos, come on, man. This shit is looking rough right now, man. All right.
Camp out.
Yeah, I will camp out for that, man. That's a whole day process right there. That's the first person I'm seeing.
The little boys from my class, none of them have haircuts. They look so different when they send like pictures to us. I'm like, yo, they look like little grown men.
Oh my god.
Because they haven't seen a barber, so it'd be mad funny.
I'm dead.
But
it is rough, man. Look at my shit.
But thank you again. It was lovely having you. I had a good time talking to you and
tonight.
Yes.
Yo, this is Gimmie the Juice with Rena.
And Nana.
You can find us at iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, youheard.com, Jude, everywhere.
All platforms, baby. All
bang,
platforms.
bang, bang, bang. You heard it.
You heard.
Yo, you heard. Give me the juice.
Give me the juice. Give me the juice.